Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing well. So just like the majority of you voted for on my community tab a while ago, here is the video you wanted. My thoughts on Blackpink's future. Thank you so much to this person for suggesting this topic. Appreciate you. So in this video, I'll be discussing what I think will happen before their contract ends as well as after. It's kind of like a predictions video and kind of not. There's a lot to get into and no time to waste, so let's get right into it. First of all, I believe Jisoo's solo will come out in the first quarter of next year, like around the time Rose's did this year. Once her solo is out, we won't hear much from them just like this year. There will be hype surrounding her solo for about a month at most, and then things will die down and go radio silent. Jisoo might make her own YouTube channel like the other 3 girls, and since her channel will be the newest, she'll be pretty active on it. The other 3 won't be uploading that much if at all. One member other than Jisoo I do see potentially uploading stuff to her YouTube channel during their radio silent period is Lisa, but it seems kind of unlikely as well, to be honest. Then either in the late summer or the last quarter of the year they will announce an OT4 comeback, and I think it might be a full album just like in 2020. Things will probably go similarly with that in the sense that we will get a ton of content around the time of their comeback, including appearances on variety shows, and maybe a mini-series on their YouTube channel like 24, 365 or Blackpink House. I know that sounds like hoping or asking for a lot. Blackpink debuted on the 8th of August in 2016. So I believe their contract lasts until August 2023, so they'll have about 7 months that year before it's all over. Now I feel like a lot of people will disagree with me on this, or maybe not, but I do not think they will have a comeback in 2023. If they do, it'll be a single, not an album or even a mini album. It'll kind of be a goodbye song for Blinks. It'll be personal and the girls will have been very involved in the creative process of it. Breaks my heart to think about that, oof. But I really do feel like that is how things will play out. Now the reason I feel like they won't have a comeback in 2023 is because I think once they have their OT4 comeback at the end of 2022, they will announce a world tour. I think by then this whole pandemic situation will be under control to the point where a ton of artists will be touring and concerts will be taking place in most countries. I know there are a ton of artists touring right now as I speak, and there are concerts taking place around the world, but it is still extremely limited and there aren't a ton of locations artists can actually perform at. But by the end of 2022 things will definitely be much better. And so Blackpink will announce their last and final world tour. Wow, I really hate this. Typing the script for this video is making me so upset. But we can't shy away from reality. We're all going to have to face it. The sooner we accept it the better. So first of all, the contract. I know a lot of people think there is a genuine possibility that the girls will renew their contracts with YG in 2023. If not all of them, then some of them at least. But I think this is very unlikely. I don't think any of them will choose to stay with YG. I feel like they are tired. Tired of how their career has gone. Tired of the lack of work they have. Tired of being so monitored and controlled. Just freaking tired of YG. YG would have to offer them the promise of complete creative control, turning their career around, freedom to do whatever they want in terms of music and a lot more freedom in terms of how they can live their lives under the company, at the very least in order for them to even consider staying, in my opinion. All that being said though, I don't think the chance of them renewing their contracts is completely non-existent. A lot of people believe that Blackpink genuinely enjoy the way their career is going. In terms of the frequency of their comebacks and the lack of required activity, they aren't being overworked at all and they are successful and extremely popular with minimal effort. What's not to like, right? We cannot deny that this is a possibility. Maybe they are enjoying the way things are right now, maybe they aren't. But I personally don't believe they are, and there are many instances that prove that. Jennie saying we would perform more songs if we had any at that concert comes to mind. Their uncomfortable interviews where they were asked very normal questions but weren't allowed to answer. So they didn't know what to do and looked so physically uncomfortable to the point where the interviewer would just move on. There are so many examples that indicate that these girls are trapped in the YG dungeon and are not enjoying whatever the hell is going on right now. Or whatever isn't. But maybe that's old news and they feel differently now. Maybe we don't know enough and things have changed. But I still think it's unlikely they'll choose to stay with YG. Now once their contract expires and assuming they are out of YG, the possibilities are endless and I don't think I really strongly see any one of them happening. Like it's just too soon to tell for me and literally anything can happen. Things are pretty unclear. However, there are 4 main potential paths I see them taking. The first path is they stick together as a group and go the music route under a different company to basically get a second shot at their career. The second path I see is the 4 of them sticking together and doing something together. But not music related. Not really sure what. But I feel like that's a possibility. The third path I see them taking is all of them stick to music in some way or the other. Maybe some prioritize music more than others, but all 4 of them go solo and continue to release music on their own. And the last possibility I see is them going their separate ways and doing completely different things. Jennie may do something fashion related and maybe release music occasionally. Rose will stick to music since she seems to be the most passionate about it right now. Jisoo will take the acting route and be fully immersed in it. And Lisa will maybe open up a dance studio, model, and just do her own thing. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Blackpink's future. What do you guys think will happen in the time leading up to their contract expiring? What does next year look like for Blackpink according to you? What do you think will happen after their contract expires? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I am genuinely curious to see what you guys think about this because I have seen a lot of mixed opinions, especially recently. Yesterday on my community tab I asked how many of you believe Blackpink will renew their contract and how many of you don't. And a majority of you voted they won't. But the comment section seems pretty divided. So yeah, for the longest time most people seem to believe there's no way in hell the girls will stay with YG, but a lot of people have changed their minds. So I'm curious to see what more of you have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.